Alright, new Mission Impossible is out. I was excited for this, obviously. Love the Mission Impossible series. You can almost look at it like two separate series. There's the original Mission Impossible 1 to 3, which are more somewhat traditional spy thrillers, a bit more reserved. Then there's the quote-unquote new series of Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and Fallout, and now the two halves of Dead Reckoning. Right off the bat, this movie being separated into two halves does bother me. It's getting so ridiculously overdone. Every major franchise seems to be doing it, and here's the thing. If your final installment is going to take 5 or 6 hours to tell the story, awesome, that's sick and I'm down. But releasing it as like a final chapter, part 1, is such a blatant marketing scheme. Like, why can't you just have Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning and have it be the exact same movie, and then have the next one come out next year and call it like Mission Impossible Final Destination or some shit? And here's why I say that. With this movie, the new Fast and Furious, all of it, it just makes you feel like you're not getting a full, real movie. You're just teeing up for the next one the whole time. Even if they made the exact same movie, by titling it Part 1, it like psychologically creates a slightly different experience when watching it. I know I can't be alone in feeling that way. I'm gonna try to put that aside for now though. Obviously, yeah, it's a Mission Impossible movie, so it's pretty fun. The action's great, and at the end of the day, that's probably what you're here for more than anything else. Every Mission Impossible movie that's come out since the relaunch has had like a big stunt that everyone's aware of ahead of time that Tom Cruise does in real life. This one has the bike jump, and of course, it's incredibly cool and well filmed. The story of Mission Impossible movies has never been that important, to be honest. Just like set the mission up and let the chaos unfold, basically. But this one did make it kind of hard to get that invested in at first. Like, there's really no explanation or proper setup for everything. In the opening sequence, you basically learn that there's a rogue AI program that's wreaking havoc on the world's comms and surveillance systems. But also, for some reason, this computer program has like a team of dudes going around the globe serving its will. And the main one is a character from all the way back in Mission Impossible 1 that we all thought was dead. It starts to make more sense as you learn more about it towards the end of the movie, but prior to that, they're basically expecting you to be fully on board for 2 hours of shit with like, I hate to say it, but honestly like Fast X level plot setup. I'm gonna get into some spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, just turn this shit off right now and just fucking go, man. I know it seems like I'm ripping on it so far, but trust me, it's worth going for the third act alone. Just need to get all my gripes out of the way. Anyway, yeah, so the new character to kind of get integrated into the group in this one is played by Hayley Atwell. Good actress, obviously, but man, this character bugged me. Basically, she's an international thief type of lady, right? So she's trying to get the same key that the crew is trying to get. Their paths cross a couple times, Ethan will get the key, she'll take it back and try to fuck him over and run off with it. Like 5 times, alright? Literally, that's all she does, just try to fuck them over the whole time. She's hot, right? So obviously they have that we're enemies, but there's chemistry kind of vibe going on with her and Ethan. And he always bails her out, even though she explicitly tries to leave him for dead multiple times. Then we get to this party scene in Italy where Gabriel, the guy serving the AI, basically tells Ethan that he'll have to choose who dies tonight between this antagonistic burglar that has never tried to help them in any way, and Ilsa, an actual like member of the team at this point with a ton of backstory. And it's supposed to be like this great dilemma for Ethan of like, oh shit, who do I save? Like, I understand obviously he never wants anyone to get hurt, etc. But come on, how is that even a choice? It's so incredibly obvious what's gonna happen too. Like, who's gonna be the one to die? I'll wager probably not the brand new character played by the younger woman. Like, fuck me, I'm seriously never the type of person to try and say movies are being sexist and shit like that, but goddamn, it really does feel like they just straight up swapped out Rebecca Ferguson for the younger Hayley Atwell so that Tom Cruise can basically have a younger love interest. And the worst part is everything done by Grace, Hayley Atwell's character, in the last act of the film could have easily been done by Ilsa too. So like, writing wise, there's not even a good reason for her to survive or really even exist in the first place other than just being Tom Cruise's new piece of ass. I don't know if this was some 5D chess Scientology play about how Tom Cruise can never be paired with a woman over 40 or some shit, but man, piss me off honestly. And it's crazy because I'm the type of person that always tries to look past that type of shit, but it just felt so blatant here. Another new character that I thought they didn't do a great job with is Paris, played by Pom Clementif. She's on Gabriel's crew of people serving the AI, and they kind of just portray her as a mindless psycho. She has like no lines, she just screams angrily behind the wheel of an assault vehicle. but then Ethan spares her life partway through the movie and they try to flip her into a good guy at the end. I don't know, I just feel like they could have done a bit more with her character if they were planning to go that route, because she honestly seems like a completely disposable henchman character for like 90% of it, and then at the very end, out of nowhere, she becomes good. Anyway, up to this point, it probably sounds like I'm giving this movie a negative review. Here's why I'm not though. The third act, man. Like I said earlier, the whole thing of this being a part 1 movie really makes the first 2 hours feel like extended setup, to a degree that it compromises the pace of the movie a bit. But then the third act is when it really becomes the kind of Mission Impossible movie that people are here for. Amazing stunts, great combat scenes, ungodly amounts of destruction. So good, fully redeemed the movie for me. The third act is also where we finally get some answers as to what's actually going on and the different parties' motivations and shit. Definitely got me back to fully being pumped for the finale next movie after some shakiness around the middle. Overall, to be honest, this was pretty easily my least favorite of the newer series, like from Ghost Protocol to now. Part of that is due to my own psychological hangups about part 1 movies, but I do feel like it was objectively the least exciting and most convoluted one too. Until that third act, such a huge turnaround. In the end, I'd still say I can only give this one a pretty good rating, but I'm really looking forward to the next one, knowing that they'll be able to just go all out and not be saving anything for another part. And yeah, that's all I got with this one. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments if you've seen it. If you got a minute to like and subscribe, that would be dope. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.